What's up, guys? Welcome to the first episode of the SuperHero Fit podcast. My name is Mark. In case you didn't know, we're a gym located outside Mackerfelt, and I thought for the first episode, it would be cool for me to kind of introduce what this podcast is going to be all about. I've kind of sat on the idea for a long time, actually started one, and then never released the episode. It was more around parenting and stuff. But, this is my passion. Exercise and getting that through to people is my absolute passion. Creating community around that is my passion. So I wanted to do this mainly to just get some more information out there and some content. And, the end goal is always to create something that's of helpful, something of helpful need for people and that people need and want. I listen to a ton of podcasts, and to be honest, I rarely finish them because, just time in my day, it just gets so small. And can I dedicate 45 minutes to a podcast? Probably not, even if it's good content. So that's a lesson for me to think, okay, well, there's some 3-hour podcasts out there that gets hundreds of thousands of views, but there are also loads of ones that don't. So my goal is to keep these short, information stacked, and bring on some people that's going to give you some information, because I can't do it all, and you might not take everything I say. So one thing that I want to do is interview people, like bring people in that are members of our gym and give them a platform to actually talk about their experience in not just in our gym, but in their goal, in their life and in their fitness, and what's worked really well for them and then what's not as well, because we can also learn from people who are not doing the right things, and I can give you a list of things that I'm not doing right in my life that would help you. And it's easy to sometimes tell other people, hey, this is what you can do. But then also, like when you look at your own life, it's sometimes hard to coach yourself. So that's what this podcast will be about. Hopefully it won't be boring, because plenty of podcasts as I listen to, they're boring. But there's some good information, and that's why I listen to them. So again, another lesson for me. Are they going to be boring? Are they going to be entertaining? Whatever. I don't really have much of a goal past 3 to 6 months of this here. Just trying to be consistent. And hopefully it works out in my schedule, and hopefully it's good content for people. So you'll let me know if it's great or if it's crap, and either way, so it's all feedback. Yeah, but what's going to happen here is I'm going to get people on that are going to talk about their goals and their progress and their mistakes. And then we're also going to have sometimes maybe potentially visiting people that's in their location and seeing what that's all about. I'm just going to give you a brief history of what we do and how we came about. I've been doing this for about 12 years now, if you're listening to this in 2023, which obviously if you're listening to this to 2027, then I've gone global. I have millions of followers, I imagine. Followers is a weird word. And yeah, I'm just super famous. So should I forget about you? Absolutely, I will. No. So yeah, I started this 12 years ago. Started coaching people out of my garage, and then we've grown to this place here. There's about the same size that way of the gym. And yeah, we built this extension on in 2019. But what you see here used to be cow and horse sheds. For my mum and my granda used to keep cows or horses here, not at the same time. That would be weird. But yeah, we built this here and we kind of renovated it over the years, and it definitely hasn't been perfect, and it's not perfect now, but it will be. It will be, and that's the goal, to make it the best facility in the country. And there's no way to measure that. Just the way I want to be the best coaching facility in the country, I want to get people the best results, but there's no way to measure that. There's not going to be an independent adjudicator come in 6 months in each gym in the country and be like, okay, yours is the best. And look, I have to believe it in my mind that we're the best, and that's the end goal for me. And I like to always play a second or third place kind of mindset, that I'm chasing somebody who's better than me, and that's what gets you up in the morning. And I think that's what gets me up in the morning, is to try and make it the best, and the best you possibly can. I think that's a healthy obsession with being the best. So we started this 12 years ago, and we've grown it to a team of, is maybe 5 coaching team, and then maybe 8 in total, in the people that play their parts in the background. But it's been super enjoyable. This is what I absolutely love. I'm doing it 12 years, and this is the reason why I still coach so much, is because I love seeing people, I love interacting, and I love when people potentially aren't having the best day of their life to come in and actually leave better than they came in. It's so powerful for me to be able to play a small part in that we can facilitate a place that's going to make people better and actually brighten them up. because that's so joyful. That brings me a lot of joy. When I started coaching people, I wanted to coach athletes, and that was born out of my love for football and MMA. And I realized quickly that those guys don't really pay, and there's not enough of them, so it wasn't really paying the bills. Because when you take on somebody, it's mostly like a sponsorship deal. So you take people on, and I want to sponsor you, get behind you, and that's the return. You get exposure from them, and you train them for free. And it worked really well. I trained some cool guys that I've still got a relationship with now today, and who are really going quite far in their careers, which is so cool to see. And obviously it was down to me. It was down to my part in their career that helped them. I am, of course, joking, but it's just cool to be associated with those guys. And there's a lot of love between me and those guys, and I'll probably have them on the podcast to talk about their journey, because, to be honest, I'd just rather know more about it as well, as our life kind of goes different directions. I don't really hear from, I don't really see them as much or hear about their stories. So I'm looking forward to having them on as well. But yeah, I wanted to do that at the start, and then I got a couple inquiries from general public, and I was like, yeah, this is awesome. Like when you meet a dad or a young person or an older gentleman or a lady, and they're actually making cool progress, and it's simple stuff. I mean, they're just moving basic movements, but maybe never done it before. And when they're actually getting cool results and they have a really positive experience with exercise for maybe the first time ever, that is the best feeling. Like, this is a selfish game. I do this for selfish reasons, because I want to feel good because somebody else feels good. And that is a darn good feeling. And I just got addicted to the general public. I got addicted to helping people who were normal, everyday people who wanted to feel a bit better, who wanted to look good with their shirt off, or if you're a lady, you just feel good with, I don't know, I guess with your shirt off as well, not to make it weird. But yeah, just to feel better. And that was so addictive. And then we've grew till where we are now, which is very, very cool place. I mean, I've never felt better about how we're running things, and I've never felt better about how the business is at the minute. And that's what it is a business. For years I ran it like a hobby and like an enjoyable thing that I do, and I still do that kind of at times. Then I have to realize, okay, we have to pay the bills, we have to serve people in a right way, and we have to build a team to make it last. Because if I'm going to live for another 70 years, maybe, hopefully, I've got to make sure that it's getting passed down well, and it's doing well. And not that I could sell the business tomorrow for 16 million, right? Because I assume that's what it's worth. I don't know what will happen, but ideally I want to build it so it's really good business. We have a lot of business owners here that encourage me. I'm getting lots of encouragement from this gig as well. So a load of people come in, and they come in for the motivation, the experience, and for feeling better. I take tons of motivation from people that come in here, because some of them are walking maybe 10 years ahead of me, and I want to see what they're doing well, and can I model something that they do well in my life. It's definitely a two-way street here. I'm getting a lot from the members as well. But what we do here is group personal training, meaning you're going to get treated like a personal training client in a group atmosphere. So you'll get the coaching that you deserve, that you need, because I believe that training is a skill. You need to learn it. And every time, I need to relearn it. That's why I take so many videos of my workouts, that I can be like, oh, my head's in the wrong position, or my back's slightly curved there. Everybody needs coached in some way. So we do that there with people. We build them up from the ground up, wherever they are. And then we do it in a group atmosphere, which means you get the camaraderie, the teamwork, the friendly environment, and just some basic conversation between people, because I think that's what's lacking a lot as well. Maybe you don't see an awful lot of people outside your work, your co-workers, and most people hate their co-workers, not me. So it's just a really powerful thing, and that's why I do it, because I believe in it. I believe in it so much. So for instance, like a 60-year-old could come here with a 20-year-old athlete, and we could put them through the same skeleton of a workout, meaning like the same basic stuff, but progress people as they need it, and meet them where they are, build them up fitness gradually, and make sure that they're enjoying the process. And I think that's just such a cool way to do it. And I'm so thrilled that we get people in the door, because I know the stigma around gyms is it's intimidating, it's scary, there's mirrors everywhere, people are posing. The gyms can be a really weird place. If you just look at the internet, it can be a really strange place. But what we're trying to do here is friendly and non-intimidating and welcoming and being the best part of people's day. And I think we're doing it quite well, and we continue to do it even better. So that's really the summary of the first podcast. I really appreciate you watching and listening and doing whatever you're doing. And to be honest, as I sit here right now, I have no idea how to upload a podcast. So if you're listening to it, boom, I've done my first goal. I got it uploaded. But yeah, so please like it and share it and subscribe if there's anything if that's a thing. I just keep seeing people doing that when I watch YouTube videos and podcasts. So I assume that's a thing. So I hope you do that, and I hope you'll enjoy it. And I hope you're here for episode 2. We're going to get lots of cool things happening. And yeah, I hope you're along for the ride. Appreciate you.